Welcome to the Lakers News Today channel. Take the opportunity to leave that like and subscribe to the channel. Let's go to today's news.
Have you ever stopped to think about how a single player can completely change a team's defensive balance? Well, in the case of Jared Vanderbilt, this change is tangible and could be the key to a much stronger team. Stick with us to understand why Vanderbilt's return could be so significant, not only for the team but also for the playing style of the season. This is the Lakers News Fan Report, where we discuss everything about the Lakers' future and moves that could lead the team to victory. If you enjoy keeping up with these updates, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Jared Vanderbilt's impact goes beyond just a rebounding statistic or a defensive mark. Once he's fully recovered, his playing style will transcend mere numbers. Vanderbilt stands out for his unique ability to adapt to any defensive challenge. He may not be the most reliable player on offense, but when it comes to defense, he can be the type of player who changes the course of a game. In terms of rebounding, Vanderbilt's ability to dominate the paint, even as a wing, is impressive. While the Lakers already have one of the best rebounders in the league, Anthony Davis, Vanderbilt's presence could really take this aspect of the game to another level. We're talking about a player who averages 11.2 rebounds per 36 minutes, with an impressive 4 offensive rebounds, placing him in a rare category within the league. Additionally, his defensive versatility cannot be overstated. It's not every day you find a player who can guard points and wings so well, but also be a physical presence against centers. For the Lakers, who are seeking more defensive consistency, having Vanderbilt on the court means not only elite defensive coverage, but also the creation of an unbeatable team mentality. With the right adjustment in the lineup, the Lakers' defense could go from good to impenetrable. I know many of you are excited for Jared Vanderbilt's return, and I am too. The addition of Dorian Smith will greatly contribute to depth and offensive options, but Vanderbilt's return brings something rare, the possibility of a truly dominant team on both ends of the floor. However, all of this depends on when and how Vanderbilt returns. The Lakers have great possibilities, but until the player regains his physical form and shows what he can really bring to the team, there's still a lot of speculation. For the Lakers, the addition of Jared Vanderbilt is more than just a defensive reinforcement. It's a shift in mindset that could transform the team's dynamics. Imagine a defense that not only limits points, but also creates opportunities from the pressure the team exerts on opponents. With his ability to deflect passes, contest shots, and make good decisions on ball recovery, Vanderbilt isn't just a defender, he's a playmaker on defense. Alongside Anthony Davis and Max Christie, this trio can wreak havoc in transition and half-court situations. We could even see a new defensive model for the Lakers, where the team prioritizes a faster and more aggressive rotation, with Vanderbilt covering more ground and closing spaces while others, like Davis and Christie, handle finishing and blocking. This integration of styles could be what was missing for the Lakers' defense to finally reach its full potential. Speaking of the future, Jared Vanderbilt's impact could go beyond the numbers. In a league where the game is increasingly focused on versatility and multifaceted skills, players like Vanderbilt, who can be slotted into various positions, are key assets for any successful system. His ability to adapt to different matchups is a rare luxury for a team with the ambitions of the Lakers. Now, with Dorian Smith joining the team, the Lakers have a balance between solid defense and offensive depth. Smith offers what Vanderbilt can't, especially on offense. Together, they can create a synergy that maximizes each other's strengths while minimizing their weaknesses. The idea of having a team with the flexibility to switch between offensive and defensive lineups without sacrificing quality is a major advantage the Lakers can exploit throughout the rest of the season. We must remember, though, that while the prospects are promising, Jared Vanderbilt's return is still in the speculative phase. The Lakers have already proven they can compete at the highest level, but with the return of such a well-rounded defender, expectations will skyrocket. If Vanderbilt returns and shows the same impact as before, the Lakers could truly become one of the most feared teams in the league, with a well-balanced roster in all aspects of the game. As a Lakers fan, I believe that Jared Vanderbilt's arrival, if he can return to his best form and stay healthy, could be a game-changer for the team's defense. The Lakers already have a solid foundation with players like Anthony Davis and LeBron James, but what was truly missing to elevate this defense was the ability to make quick adjustments and be more versatile. Vanderbilt brings exactly that, in addition to being an excellent rebounder, a point that often gets overlooked. The combination of his defensive ability with players like Davis and Christie could create a much stronger front line, not just in terms of perimeter defense, but also in rim protection. With a player like Vanderbilt, you have the possibility to shape multiple defensive and transition strategies, something that can be very useful in such a competitive season. From an offensive standpoint, I understand that he's still a work in progress, especially with his three-point shooting. But the reality is that with a team more focused on collective play, he can have a chance to stand out in areas that complement the skills of other players, such as cutting to the basket and creating space. The addition of Dorian Smith to the team should also be interesting, as he brings offensive versatility that could help balance what Vanderbilt doesn't offer in that aspect. Overall, if the Lakers manage to get the most out of these pieces, we have a real chance to be more than just a competitive team. We could become a team with elite defense, which could be the crucial point for a potential title run. Of course, all of this depends on how the roster adjusts throughout the season, but the prospects are very promising. If the Lakers do well on defense and utilize their offensive pieces strategically, this season could be very promising. If you enjoyed this analysis and want to stay updated on everything Lakers, don't forget to follow the Lakers News Fan Report. Let's follow the team's moves and all the updates this season together. Another important point is the expectation around Jared Vanderbilt's physical condition. As I mentioned, he has the power to transform the Lakers' defense, but we need to see how he adapts to the NBA's intense pace after some time off. If he can regain his physical potential and stay healthy, this could be a huge advantage for the team throughout the season. Finally, I see the Lakers as a team that has everything to be competitive, but it will depend on the consistency and the way the players integrate and adapt to Darvin Ham's playing style. However, with a solid foundation already in place, a few more good additions to the roster, and a focus on defense and versatility, the expectations are high. If you like this analysis and want to keep up with all the updates on the Lakers, subscribe to the Lakers News Fan Report. Here, you'll find everything you need to stay ahead of the team's news. The Phoenix Suns have decided to leave the player off the team, despite having a strong performance recently, and now he is officially on the trade market. The most interesting detail, however, is that Beal will be willing to waive his no-trade clause for a potential deal with the Lakers. Now, while the idea of having Beal in Los Angeles is intriguing to some in practice, this seems almost impossible. For the trade to happen, the Lakers would need to involve massive contracts from players like LeBron James or Anthony Davis, which is not going to happen. Additionally, Beal's contract is still a significant burden, and at this stage in his career, he no longer provides the same impact as before, especially on the defensive end. Beal is a good shooter and an offensive option, but he is no longer the type of player who can be considered a number one star on a title-contending team. His ability to defend and be a dominant presence on the court has diminished, making his contract too heavy for any team that is truly aiming for a championship. With Beal's trade being a real possibility, it is more likely that he will end up on a team with a salary cap space to absorb his contract without needing to trade stars like LeBron or Davis. But don't worry, the Lakers are not in this game. Unless an unexpected trade happens involving the future of Davis or LeBron, this move doesn't seem to make sense for Los Angeles. On the other hand, the situation with Jimmy Butler is also creating buzz. The trade of Butler and Beal may not happen directly, but both are in situations where a transfer is possible, which could shake up the trade market in the coming weeks. The focus is on how the Lakers will navigate these movements and which ones will truly impact the future of the team. Until then, it seems the search for reinforcements will continue, but with the certainty that significant changes should not involve their most valuable stars. Like the analysis? If you want to stay up to date on everything about the Lakers, don't forget to subscribe to the Lakers News Fan Report for more updates and exclusive analysis.